and we're here for round 2 for the Bahrain GP. I'm with a co-commentator today for the first time ever, commentator with a Dutch person. Hello Mikey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Hopefully it'll be a good race in Bahrain. 16 drivers here. We've got quite a few new people. Santu, Beastie Boy, YouTube Nova, and that's it. So that's the new drivers that are here today. How do you think this race is going to go?
I think this race is gonna go well.
Is your voice allowed to be shared, by the way, just to make sure?
Yeah, it's allowed, just like always.
Who do you think's gonna win this GP?
I don't know really. I never seen anyone in this league racing in front of my eyes, so I have literally no idea.
I don't know. Could I join? Could he join? Oh shit! There's only about 10 seconds to go. I'll give you a quick invite. Yeah, you can join through the race. Storm. This is the develop. If you can still hear me, I can't find you. I can't find your name. What is it? What is his name? What's his name? What is your PSN? Because I can't find you on here. I don't know if you got as you a friend or not. Is it TTG_Storm? Sorry. This league is made for people that are developing in their league races. It is a serious race still, but it's for learners that are starting to try to get used to F1. So if your tabs not really fast as they should be, TTG Storm, then apologies for that. But I will invite you to. I can't invite you to this session, can I? Because it's too late. I'll have to message Josh. If I can get to him. I know he's going to be racing, but I'll have to get to him as quick as possible. Josh. If you can't get it, I apologise, but it was very last moment. You should have told me, mate. So, 60 drivers in the session as they start to fire their engines up. What's the best strategy, do you think, in Bahrain?
Best strategy.
Hards to mediums.
Yeah, hards to mediums. Yeah, I think personally I do hards to mediums because of the sauce. They burn too quickly for me.
They burn quickly for me as well.
That's why I say hards to medium. Or else you're gonna get oversteer every corner, and that's not what you want.
As the drivers start to come out of the track, we'll see who's the closest one to the line. There's a Toro Rosso coming into turn 4, sorry. We'll go on board with him, and now who's that? Beastie Boy. I've raced this driver before, I've not raced him for a long time, so let's see if his pace is got much better than last time I raced him. Not seen him for a long time, probably 2 years ago last time I raced him. Definitely remember him, of course. What do you think about this track? Do you like it personally?
Personally, I like this track. I love it. But yeah, it's more like every driver has one thought about this track. Some people don't like this track because of the sharp turn. And I think it's good. The turn is good. Every turn is good because it's, yeah. How do I say it? There's a bit of history after it. If you play this game long enough, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But so that's what I think.
Bob with Beastie Boys, he heads down into the first corner, coming through the second corner, take most of the curve on the entry towards the second DRS straight. There's 3 of them. Down into turn 4 we go, look for the 100 metre board, bring it down through the gears, don't go wide through turn 4, bring it up into turn 5, turn 6 and turn 7, most complex corners. You don't want to get on the curbs too much because it will make your car unstable, especially this corner here. It can drag you out towards the barriers we saw Lewis Hamilton do back in 2008. I think he's just backed out of it, so he won't be continuing with that lap. Who else we got on board with? Generic. He's on his lap in the Ferrari. This track suits mostly Ferrari, doesn't it, in real life, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They won their 2017 and 18. You could say that, yeah, they should have won in 2019, but Leclerc's motor or something, the car did not work.
Yeah, if their motor didn't start breaking down, they would have won it. But we never know for sure because the safety car came out as well, and the safety car could have switched the roles and put a Mercedes more to play to win the Grand Prix. So
it's okay, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I talked about the guy in the stream. He's worried about his league. As Jonas has gone quick as a 28.4. That's not a bad lap time on those mediums. That's actually quite quick, you know. And Santu has gone second place with a 129.8 on the hards. We're about to see Generic across the line. It's going to be a 29.9 on the medium tyres. We'll go on board with DB. He's got a Red Bull behind him. That's a Haas, sorry, I couldn't really see. A 109.5 to do a second setter for him. The Haas is still stuck behind him, and we'll go on board with the Alfa Romeo is about to cross the line. I know this guy from a different league. I can't pronounce his name properly. Scope by Gaming's retired. He goes up into second place at 29.6 for him. Good lap time on the medium tyres. We've got on board with YouTube Nova as he comes down to the first corner through the first gear, taking extra rotation of the car. As we come down into turn 4, Baker, the 100 meter. Oh, that could be the validation.
That's a good time.
Beer by Gaming 29.2 on the soft compound tyres.
Yeah.
Got on board with Carbine car. He's done a 30.0 on the soft as well.
Yeah.
Go on board with George. He's on his outlap, so we won't go on board with him. Mikazuki is on his outlap. He's on the hard tyres, so he's probably going for some bankers on the hards, then switching over to the mediums as well later on in this qualifying session. Fozzie Wozzie Dog's out there at the moment in the Haas. So Jonas on provisional pole position earlier on in this qualifying session. She goes wide in the exit of turn 9, does Fozzie Wozzie Dog, as she heads up into turn 10. One of the most difficult parts of, well, not really difficult, it's just that you've got to keep off the curb in turn 12.
Yeah.
If you clip that curb.
Yeah, if you clip the curb, you're losing your car.
Perfect example. That's a perfect example. Thank you for showing us. Who else is out there? Raj, we'll go on Raj Bellinger. He's on his outlap, and Santu is retired from the session, and that's the exit. He's on the race point, isn't he? That's the exit of turn. That's that short straight. So I wonder if he spun the car around, like Max Verstappen did a few years back.
Yeah.
Apologies, laughing Fozzie Wozzie Dog. I know it's not funny, but it is. Coming through the 100 meter board, down to the final corner. Let's see where Raj places his car on the medium tyres at 30.6. He puts himself into 7th place. Most of you know this league. This league is for developing drivers. It is a serious league, but it's for drivers that are learning this F1 game. So that's what this league is here for, to help the drivers learn. We'll go on board with YouTube Nova. I think he's on a second flyer lap on those. No, he's on a brand new set of softs. So as we approach turn 10, coming up to the most difficult part of the section, turn 11 and turn 12. Keep off that curb, which he does. 1.1 seconds quicker. He's on it. That was not his representative lap time. As we arrive through the final corner, is this turn 13, turn 14? I can't remember.
Don't know.
Where will Nova put his Alfa Romeo? It's a 29.3 and he goes up into 3rd place. He's done 2 laps on those softs, so I think there's more time in the bag because those softs do wear out quickly. So I think if he wants to start those softs, he'll have to put a brand new set of tyres on because he don't want to be on those old soft tyres. The 2 laps old, but yes, but tyre wear is quite major on those soft tyres. They will burn out quickly.
very quickly, maybe a little bit too fast.
Brian Con on the same set of sauce. Is he on the same set of sauce? Yes, he is. He's been on those tyres for 3 laps. So if he needs to be careful because Beastie Boy goes quickest. That's a good lap time from him. 28.4. A few hundreds quicker than Jonas. They're both on the same set of mediums. Feedback Games coming out on the medium tyres. He set his best lap time on the softs. So does he believe he can go faster on these mediums? Or has he committed?
Jay Marshall with a 127.8 pole position right now.
Blitzing the time. YouTube Nova's come back to the pits. So is George. Good ball with the second Alfa Romeo. He's on the medium compound tyres, and compared to his teammate, he's on those old 3 lap softs, so he doesn't want to be starting on those. He needs to hope he can get a better lap time on them brand new set of softs when he does. As we approach the first corner, bring it down into first gear. I'm going to clip most of the curb into second corner. Turn 3 with the short DRS straight. There's a good battle to overtake as well. We've seen Rosberg, Hamilton, Bottas and Hamilton, Vettel and Hamilton. The 2 racing Force India, shall I say, back in 2014 had a good battle there too. Apparently he says he does on his outlap. I don't believe he's on his outlap or not. That Alfa Romeo is 7th place.
Yeah, he's on his outlap right now.
But he crossed the line to start his flying lap though, and he's pushing on this lap.
Yeah, could be glitched.
I don't understand why it glitches all the time. This game needs to sort itself out.
Yeah. We'll see end of this lap.
So who else on the track? Apparently he's on his outlap, he's not. Mick Kazuki still in the pits on those hard tyres. Generics on the mediums. Brian Con is on those 4 lap old softs, so he's doing some bankers, getting ready for his actual lap. And if he messes up on oh, I don't matter, he's outside the top 10 anyway. About to say, if he messes up on that lap, we'll have to start on those 4 lap old softs, but he's outside the top 10, so it doesn't matter anyways.
Perfect gaming just started this lap.
And he goes up into 4th place, does the Alfa Romeo, so was on his flying lap. But the game was just messed up. And did you say Feedback Games on his outlap? Yes, he is.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw it wrong. Sorry.
It's okay. He's on his outlap as well. He's using the ERS on his outlap. He needs to save all that. So another driver, another what's it called? Lesson learned from Feedback Game. If he runs out, is he on an outlap or not? Because there's a little glitch you talked about.
Well, yeah, I think he's on his banker lap.
Taking it cautiously, turn 12. He lifted us off throttle quite a lot. Through turn 13. YouTube Nova's on his outlap on the set of medium tyres, so his best lap was on the softs, but I think he knows he's got more pace, but he needs to be careful his outlap not to do that again. So Feedback Game, I think he's on his lap because he's using all of his ERS, and he will come across the line to put his car. Oh.
Huh?
I don't know if he was on a lap or not. Is this his flying lap? Because
yeah, the last lap was his flying lap, but huh?
He hasn't improved his lap time, so his best lap time was on the softs.
For now, yeah.
He's trying to, if he wants to switch that medium strategy, he got to hope for a better lap or something like that, or he got to hope to get pushed outside the top 10 if he wants to start the medium tyres. Mediums is the preferred strategy around here. We've got yellow flags down in sector 2, but we don't know whereabouts. Looks like no one's made a mistake, it's just people slowing down. So YouTube Nova, as Mikazuki is out his outlap, is about to come across the line to start his fly lap on those medium tyres. His best lap time was on the softs, but it was 2 lap old softs, so hopefully for him he can improve it, otherwise he'll be starting those 2 lap old softs. So as he comes down into turn 1, 100 metres broad, bring it down into first gear, it's extra rotation of the car, nicely done. Bit up to the gears to minimise that traction and wheel spin on the exit, coming to turn 3 as well. That short straight coming into turn 4, what an aim for the 100 metre board. As you do so, break it down, bring it down into second, or stay in third for him. Try not to go too wide to minimise that time on the exit of turn 4, as come through turn 6, 7 and 8. It's a few hundreds down on the first sector, not too bad for him. As we come through turn 8, by the way, subscribe to his YouTube channel called Nova. Turn 9 and turn 10, if you're using no ABS it can be difficult around here. he drifted through that corner, he got on the curb slightly, and that's his lap time ruined, unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
Who else is out on the fly lap? Mikazuki was, but it seems to be backed out. We've got a ball with J Moss. He's on a brand new set of softs, and he's going through it again on these softest tyres out of them all as we come through turn 4. The preferred strategy is mediums to hards, but if he's on a soft, he's going to do a 2-stop. He's already 2 turns quicker in the first set, so that's already a good sign for him, improving his lap time. Coming through turn 8, down to first gear. Coming through turn 9 as well, turn 9 into 10. Can be a difficult corner as well. Nicely done, he brought it down into first gear so the car could turn in even more. With the engine braking. And coming through turn 11. All about momentum through here and the rhythm through these corners. Turn 12, keep off the curb, which he does. As we come through the end of the second sector, 1/10 up on his personal best. He's lost a 10 through the second sector, but let's see what time he can gain through the third. Coming through turn 14 and 15.
Best boys, sector 2 passes.
And he improves his lap time, 2/10, 1:27.6 for him. Beastie Boy is about to cross the line to do a... He goes up provisional pole, it's a 27.4 for the Toro Rosso driver. Jonas and the Alfa Romeo is on his out lap. The Alfa Romeo is about to cross the line to start his flying lap. Do not duke with time. I think that's his name.
The Red Bull's on his lap.
Which Red Bull? Raj Bellender. No, not Raj Bellender. George.
Yeah.
He's about to come through turn 12. Can he improve his 2/10 down on his personal best?
He's 2/10 down.
It looks like he's struggling with a turning as well. Is George?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit understeer.
Understeer is absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
And he's come into the pits, and Mikazuki.
He's not coming into the pit.
Is he not?
No.
He's not using DRS on this lap. Maybe he's saving the DRS and go for it again, but that's one thing he doesn't want to do. If he does set a better lap time on those set of softs, he will have to start on them 2-lap hold, because it's 1-lap hold already.
DB 8-10 top.
Go on ball with him. Where is he? There he is, coming through turn 13. So where is he at the moment? He's down in 14th place. He's not set a lap time, and he's on the softs as well. So where will the Williams driver put his car? It'll be in 13th place, unfortunately for him, but his teammates on the out lap, AG30. Beastie Boy currently on provisional pole. Josh won't beat that because he's retired from the session. So that's his qualifying done, and his best hope is for Jonas not to put him down through the grid. And do not do with time, he's got up to 4th place at 28.9, and apparently those tyres are 3 laps old. They are 3 laps old, it says. And Jonas, what can he do on those set of soft tyres? His best lap time was on the mediums, 2 lap, and now he's going to come through the final corner on the straight to do a 1:27 point. He's put Josh further down the field, and he's gone up into 2nd place. Good lap time from the Mercedes driver. Feedback Gaming on YouTube Nova on a lap. YouTube Nova switched over to the soft tyres, so he's fully committed to go on the softs. But it says he's on those. He could be in a bit of trouble towards the start of the race, because 3-lap old softs is not ideal for this track at all.
Recon up to 4th place.
And he's on the mediums as well, so he's going for that longer stint. So who else is out there? Feedback Game has gone 6/10 quicker through the middle sector, so he's on course for a good lap time. He can keep it up as he exits turn 13 down into turn 14.
I have literally respect for the people with softs, because it's not gonna hold the race.
Gonna make you more interested with strategy, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe if the safety car comes out, they're lucky, but if not, they're screwed.
YouTube Nova's done 4 laps on those set of softs. He best hope he's. Oh, his laps are his best lap is 2 laps old, so those softs could be wearing out quite quickly. So that's qualifying done. I don't think no one's. AG30 is on his last flying attempt.
And YouTube Nova.
Oh yeah, he's on a. I think he's best off not doing a lap, because if he completes this lap, that's the 3 lap old softs, you know.
4 lap old softs.
4 lap old softs. Jesus, good. I think it's best off if he backs off this lap, because he best hope he gets pushed outside the top 10. Mikazuki could do it. He's about to come across the line to do a 1. He's up into 7th. It's 28.9 on the mediums, along with do not do with time.
DP, is he on lap? Yeah, he is.
You want 6/10 up in this.
6/10, yeah.
Where can he go, do you think?
I think maybe going for P9, but we'll see.
Fairback Gaming, as I forgot to mention, has out-qualified his teammate, but on a soft tyre. All 4 to the top 4 on the softs, but where did DB go? 30 place ahead, Raj Bellender. And YouTube Nova's is he the last one to cross the line? AG30 is there as well. And if he improves, he's got to start those tyres, and he doesn't improve, he's 2 tenths down. Now, AG30, where is he? 8th place. As he comes across the line, it doesn't look good at the moment, and he backs out of it.
It's maybe better.
So there's your drivers then. Beastie Boy on pole position ahead of Jonas in the Mercedes, the Spanish driver qualifying 2nd. Jay Marsh in 3rd ahead of Feedback Game, who out-qualified his teammate Carbine Con. The Canadian driver Do Not Do It With Time is in 7th ahead of Mikazuki. AG30 is in 8th place ahead of YouTube Nova. Generics in 10th ahead of George. Santu, DB, Raj Bellender, Scope by Gaming and Fozzie Wozzie Dog. And hopefully we'll see Stormzy come into this as well, if he gets an invite.
If he had an invite, he can race with a car, not his own car, but with a car that the game chooses for him.
Hopefully you get an invite. I've told the group chat and I've told people on Instagram as well, so hopefully you get an invite. Invite him quick.
For what I see, he's not in the session.
I can't do it. Unfortunately for him, he might not be racing. I think it's too late because the car's not there.
Yeah.
Sorry to Stormzy, but he can sign him next week. On Sundays 2 PM. Hopefully it'll be a good race. In Bahrain, it always tends to put a good show in real life and league races as well. DRS zones, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, as the drivers start their outlaps, formation lap. So the top 4 on the soft tyres, the 4 behind them on the mediums, Carbine Con, Do Not Do With Time, Mikazuki at AG30. YouTube Nova is on the softs ahead of Generic, who's on the mediums. The guys outside the top 10 can start whatever tyres they want. Interestingly, Scope by Game has gone for the soft tyres. Fozzie Wozzie Dog down in last place on the mediums. So hopefully it'll be a good race for all these drivers. Good qualifying session so far. Unfortunately for Stormzy, he will not be racing in this race. He can sign up next week. This league, as I said, is for drivers that are trying to develop their racing skills. These drivers are learners. So the top 4 hope that they get jumped by the guys in 5th, 6th and 7th and 8th, because they're trying to do that short stint, trying to do a 2-stop strategy and hope it'll play out the most. Who do you think is going to win this race, Mikey?
Well, from what I see, the top 4 is on sauce, and the next medium guy is on medium. Is car recon, but as long the safety cars stays in the pit lane, I think the car recon is gonna win, because the softs are not gonna last very long.
Only about 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah.
As they all line up for the grid then for Bahrain, and apologies about that, Mikey.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Maybe the soft drivers. Maybe they are so quick that they are like putting away 20 seconds and then pitting, and maybe I could be wrong.
They all lining up for the grid then to start this race. I heard someone crash into someone on the formation lap. Anyways, we're down to the race, 29 laps to go. Play the long game here. When the race doesn't end on lap 1, so hopefully there's no contact there. The lights go off and I need a better camera angle. There we go. And we are away for the second race of the season. Beastie Boy and Jonas gets like even starts to the top 2. Jonas has the inside line coming down to turn 1. Beastie Boy defends from him in the inside line. Carbine Connors, Alpha Male goes down the inside. Hopefully there's no contact made in the first corner. There is a bit of contact, but they seem to get away pretty cleanly, all the drivers, so thankfully there's no contact made. Fearback Gaming goes off the track slightly, and Carbine Connors up to 4th, but there's contact to the back, and I don't know who that is. That's the Haas, and that's George. George and the Haas have made contact with each other.
That's Fossy Wozzy.
Fossy Wozzy dog. There's 3 wide. Someone needs to back out here because it's not an ideal place. His Fearback Game is about to spin, and he's spun, and he's taking some drivers with him as well. That's the Alpha Male. The virtual safety car has been deployed. DB's going off the track. And Santu's involved in that incident as well. So the virtual safety car hopefully will calm people down and settle people to a rhythm as they all slot in back to their positions. The first lap is always what's it called? There's loads of adrenaline in the first lap. So turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 was quite clean except Scope by Gaming. And Scope by Gaming were tied actually. Fuzzy Wozzy Dog and George made contact, but thankfully the virtual safety car has stopped it all and calm people down as they slot into their positions in this race. Carbine gone up into 4th place. Fearback Game is dropped as he tried to go side by side with AG30, but it did not work out. That's not the ideal place to go side by side. He should have stayed. Remember, there's 29 laps to go in this race. You need to think of the long game here. There's not 5 lappers. Anyway, the virtual safety car has gone, and Raj Belland has already made a move on generic. Carbine Con under pressure from Mikazuki as Beastie Boys just set the fastest lap of the race. Fortunately for him, there's no DRS yet though, because I dare say Jonas could have got past him with that DRS being how close he was. And there's a 4-way battle for 7th place. Now 3-way battle. Fearback Gamer trying to go down the inside. He gets squeezed just generic, but thankfully only a bit of contact, but not major for any drivers to get. Oh, Fearback Gaming, and do not do with times off the track. Can he get back on without spinning? Yes, he can. He got out of the throttle wisely, so he didn't lit up the rear tyres. And Raj Belland is about to make a move on AG30, who goes wide at the exit of turn 4. And we've got 2 drivers in the picture, George and Santu. And Raj Belland just made a move on AG30, but he'll go back down the inside into turn 8. He's gone wide, and Raj is up into. Well, Generic's got past him as well. Generic has got a 2-for-1 deal on the Williams mistake, and the other Williams, that's the AG30 still, trying to go down into turn 10. Turn 9, sorry, no, it's turn 10 actually. And Fearback Gamer's got past the Red Bull as well. It's the first lap, boys. They'll go down the inside of here. In fact, he will, because AG30 has got a bit of front wing damage, as I've just noticed on board with Fearback Gaming, and Fearback Gaming's got past, but he goes wide, and so does AG30. He makes contact with the Red Bull as well. Yeah. He will have to back out of all these fights to just come into the pits. He just needs to stop it and could come into the pits. But anyways, at the front of the field, Jay Marsh is coming to the pits.
His front wing is gone.
Who's this? Jay Marsh?
No, AG. His front wing is gone. No, he's not going to the pit lane.
Wise thing to do is just go into the pits and just change your front wing. And the yellow's down to sector 2. That's a racing point, and what's he doing, and who is it? That racing point's retired. It's DB's DNF. DB has gone. He's crashed into his teammate. Down into turn 1. Both Williams have disappeared. There it is. That's the safety car has been deployed. What has DB done to his teammate? Or what has AG done to his teammate? Whoever caused the crash, one of them is out of the race. So there's the Williams in the background. I have no idea what DB could have done in turn 1. Whether he slammed into him, I don't know. And Carbine Con's got a penalty for speed into the pit lane.
They were battling with each other on the straight, so I think one of them crashed or missed a braking point.
It's only lap 3. There's 29 laps to go. You need to think of the long game here. You can't be doing this type of stuff. It's all about racecraft and racing etiquette as well. You need to put respect into racing. There's 29 laps to go. You've got a long race to go. You can't be doing these type of things, you know. It's just
no. But sometimes you need to make the move the first lap, the first corner. If you don't, game is over.
I know, but that's Monaco. But Bahrain, you've got DRS zones. You've got loads of DRS zones. You've got plenty of opportunities to overtake. I know drivers are thirsty to get up into positions, but they just need to calm down at the front. Jonas coming to the pits along with Beastie Boy. But Carbine Con will stay out there because he's on those medium tyres. I could go much further in this race, but these drivers need to think about racecraft and mentality here. There's a long game ahead of us. 29 laps to go. Strategy will come into play. There's 3 DRS zones to try to overtake people. No, there's 29 laps to go, and it's not 5 lappers. I know you try to get ahead of people, but you're doing it the wrong. You're just too aggressive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So Beastie Boys on the 2-stop strategy, along with Jonas and the guys who are coming to the pits. Fozzie Wozzie Dog's up into 7th place. They had a fair bad game. He's coming to the pits on the hard, so he's going to go for a very long stint. I think he'll have to come into the pits again because I don't think the hards can make it to the end. If he does try, it will drop off dramatically. As Nova comes to the pits and he's going to change his medium tyres. I think he had service penalties there because he was stationary for quite a long time. Carbine Con's currently leading this race. He's going to stick to his 1-stop strategy. And think about it, Beastie Boy's tyres are only 3 laps younger than Carbine Con's. So the top 4 stayed out.
If the top 4, if the top 3 on the softs stay out for another 2 laps, I don't think they will make it. But now the safety car is out and they pitted for the medium. They have a chance to win the Grand Prix.
Thinking about it now, they're just gonna catch up as quick as possible and try to overtake the guys that haven't pitted. But the tyres are only 3 laps younger.
Yeah, that's sadly a part of it. But
they could go whatever tyres they want towards the end of the race because they don't have to use, well, they've used 2 different compounds, so it's their choice to go on a brand new set of mediums or soft, depending on what balance they went for, the softer, harder, or just balanced setup. If you go for the softer strategy, you have 4 set of softs, 1 set of mediums and 1 set of hard. If you go for the balanced strategy, 3 set of mediums, 3 set of softs, 2 set of mediums and 1 set of hards. I think if you go for the harder strategy, it's 2 sets of softs, 2 sets of mediums, and is it 2 sets of hards? I can't remember. I know you get 2 sets of soft for sure, and is it 1 set of medium and 2 sets of hards, or 2, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out later when I go in another race. Have you ever been in a league race where it's raining in Bahrain?
No, actually no.
I have, and it was absolutely horrible to drive. Echo, if you want to join this league, it starts at 2 PM and you message Jay Marsh, the guy down in 9th place, so message him if you want to join this league. Same goes to Stormzy if you're still there. I can message him if you want to, but I'm not going to do it right now, it's in a race. This league is like for developing drivers trying to get their race skills and racecraft up, trying to learn. They're learners in this league. Good opportunity to try and race in this league. And there's not one person to lap, and do not do it with time has just got past AG30, so we'll have to give that place back. If it's learners, why Connor there? Because Connor's like good pace with these people as well. He's not Connor does make, I don't know. Connor's not really too fast, he's decent pace along with the other drivers. He does get the strategy wrong sometimes. And he drops down the field. And YouTube Nova's got a penalty for collide. Oh, that's what Connor's not allowed to do. Whoever's leading the pack, he's not allowed to brake and accelerate, brake and accelerate. Otherwise, things like this happen. He's got to bunch up the field. Hope the collision with YouTube Nova is not too bad with the front wing in terms of its damage. Where is YouTube Nova? There he is. No, he's down in 14th place. 13th, sorry. As the safety car has disappeared and Brian Cobb will lead him, he's got a good gap over Mikazuki, depending on how good his straight line speed is, but the Ferrari is under pressure from the Red Bull. I think the Ferrari moved more than once here. Under the braking zone, and the Toro also trying to get involved, the Beastie Boy as well, trying to make his way through the field to make his two-stop strategy work, and he's done it, past Raj Bellinger. Good move as Jay Marshall trying to overtake Fozzie Wozzie Dog. Feared by Gabe is right behind him as well. Right, he's going to go side by side with Fozzie Wozzie Dog. I know she don't like wheel-to-wheel action, but there's a bit of front wing damage come off the car of AG30 as he tried to make a move around Fozzie Wozzie Dog, and he's completely blocking the Red Bull, trying not to overtake him. He did put under the safety car, didn't he? Did AG30?
Yeah, he did. He had to change his front wing.
What sort of happens? Something's happened. That AG30 got out of shape coming out of turn 10, and he's dropped to last place. YouTube Nova's all over the back of Fozzie Wozzie Dog. She's trying to fight as hard as she can, but she's dropping further back. AG30 spun round.
Went a little bit too fast through the corner and hit it Fozzie Wozzie.
Don't think it was her fault. It was AG30's trying to. I think he got a bit understeer through the car because he slid into the front end slid into Fozzie Wozzie Dog. Fozzie Wozzie Dog left enough room, but DRS will be activated on lap 7 as Fear by Game and Do Not Do With Time are battling with each other. There they are as Do Not Do With Time has overtaken, and Josh is about to overtake the Red Bull of Rad Bellinger, and the Ferrari ahead of Mercedes are battling as well as we head down into turn number 1.
Oh, switch back.
Switch back from the Mercedes indeed, as they both go side by side. No DRS activated, it's just pure down to set up a straight line speed of these cars. In the background you saw Fozzie Wozzie Dog missing turn 1. Hopefully she's okay as Do Not Do With Time still battling Fear by Game. And Fear by Game is putting a good fight here between himself and Do Not Do With Time. He's done a good job so far. Do Not Do With Time, and AG's gone in the pits, so he's had enough of this race. Fear by Game got on the curb, and Do Not Do's reaction time was good enough not to hit him, because if it was me I'll probably hit him because I probably won't be paying attention. Fear by Game, a common mistake mate. He clipped the curb on the entry to turn 8 and he lost the car. Hopefully he hasn't got no front wing damage. Hamilton did that in the McLaren.
He didn't crash into the wall. He saved his car fast enough to not crash into the wall. So
taking more speed he probably would have. Lewis Hamilton did that back in 2008.
Yeah.
Anyways, Connor, Mikazuki, Beastie Boy, the top 3. Well, Beastie Boy's got an advantage here because he did start on the soft tyres and put under the safety cars. Josh has got past Generic. I think that was a team order because
he went very slow through the straights.
Beastie Boy's got a much better exit. Mikazuki and Connor's in the pits. That's one thing I didn't notice. He will have to go. Oh, he's switching. Oh, very late move from Beastie Boy.
Comic-Con was going for hearts.
Probably trying to go to the end, but that was a very late move from Beastie Boy. He's up into first place, but with that front wing damage, he will start to struggle even more. He tried to do a little bit of a, I don't know what it is, like move left and move right, to try and trick his opponent to see where he's going.
Oh no.
Do Not Do With Time,
hearts.
and Raj Bellinger going side by side. He's ahead of him. And Connor has rejoined in 12th place, and Fozzie Wozzie Dog has overtaken by Fair by Gaming. She's up into the point at the moment.
So Comic-Con is not on hards. On my screen it was hards, but he is on used mediums of.
He's on the hards, apparently.
No, he's on mediums. 7 laps.
No, have a look. No, sorry, that's the wrong McLaren. Sorry, man. Yeah, good notice, Mikey. Look at that, because of his front wing damage he's able to close in. Beastie Boy and Mikazuki make contact yet again. He will struggle with downforce, but he's clipped the curb. He's going to spin and hit the wall. Oh! He's going to come back on the track. No, he's got to stay stationary.
He's smart. He's smart.
He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to stay stationary for too long because the game thinks he's stopped on track and he'd be disqualified. That's a common mistake for people, and Beastie Boy will come into the pit, so there's no point in fighting that from Jonas. So unfortunately for where is he now? He's down in 9th place. Connor's got past his teammate.
Beastie Boy is pitting.
As Mikazuki will pit as well. So we've got a new race leader, which is Jonas, and J Marsh, trying to go for his second win of the season, is down in 2nd place. And he's on the same strategy as Jonas ahead of him, so he's catching him up, and look at that. You do not do with time has overtaken Generic unless he can get a better exit coming out of turn 4. And he won't. Nah, you've got to stay behind him for this corner. You don't want to go side by side through there at all. Those lethal curbs will take your car for a little bit of a spin. Connor's still fighting with his teammate, so there's no team orders going on here. It's purely down to fighting from these two. As Carbine Con stays ahead of his teammate Fairback Gaming. Fozzie Wozzy Dog doing a good job down in 10th place. She did make a mistake, but she's learning from him. And Beastie Boy's down in 11th place. And Mikazuki's gone for a brand new set of softs. Back to the front of the field. J Marsh is still in DRS range of Jonas, but how will Jonas cope under pressure from J Marsh behind him? As Fozzie Wozzy Dog picks up a time penalty. Same thing with Generic. His teammate is behind the Alfa Romeo of Do Not Do With Time. Hopefully get some good more racing because the field has spread it out. He's outside the DRS range.
The closest battle are the two McLarens on this moment. Carbine Con's got more ARS compared to his teammate Fairback Gaming, who's dropping quite a lot, so he needs to work on saving his ARS. But that's what this league's about. It's about learning from these mistakes. So looks like J Marsh will be fighting Jonas because he's outside the DRS range, which is crucial for him in terms of his championship. Currently leading the championship, and Jonas is in first. The Mercedes ahead of the Ferrari, and hopefully we don't see that this season. Would you like to do comms for a league tonight? What time, mate? I'm up for some commentary for some reason. I don't usually like it, but this time I'm hyped for it. Maybe I like commentary more than racing because racing stresses me out. It stresses me out a lot. I'm too much under pressure when it comes to racing, more than commentating. I do commentary because it helps me with communication skills, which I need for the future. That's the reason why I do commentary, because it helps me talk better, if you know what I mean, because I've got a bit of speech problems. Yeah, I have the same, but that's not why I'm commentating.
8 PM. I'll give it a go, mate. Depends how tired I am, or depends how I feel like. 1.4 seconds is the gap between Jonas and J Marsh. So no real battles going on so far, but when it comes to pit stops, we'll see some battles developing sooner. So
yeah,
who?
I see the soft drivers for another 2 or 3 laps, and then they are gonna pit. The medium drivers are gonna go out for 4 or 5 laps. Maybe even 6 laps, and they are gonna pit for hards.
Did not notice that. Do not do with times on the soft tyres. He did put on the safety car, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he pitted again for his softs, I think.
What tyres did he start on? Do you know? He started on mediums, didn't he?
Don't know really.
The top 4 started on softs, and I can't remember where the top 4 was.
Oh, that was Beastie Boy. He's on hards right now.
And George is rejoining the session.
George started position change. Wait. Fair by Gaming didn't start as from P4.
Carbine Con's overtaking George. So there he is, and he's on the back of YouTube Nova as well. Carbine God's gone wide, I don't want to do that too often. Coming to turn 11, turn 13, sorry, turn 14.
J Marsh is in the DRS.
He was outside, he 1.4 seconds behind Jonas, now he's caught up to the back of him. Genetics in the pits. Genetics, sorry. U2 Nova is about to be overtaken by Carbine Con. He hits the back of him as well, he's pushing him on the straight, look at him. He's pushing him on the what's he doing?
There's a crash.
Oh, Carbine Con, what did you do, man? Why did you do that?
We'll have to look. We have to look at that after the race.
It's definitely Carbine Con's fault. No, YouTube Nova did nothing wrong. Surprised there's no safety car, but it was off the track, the crash. And YouTube Nova will be absolutely frustrated with that. Did a good job of up in 5th place, sorry, but it's got ruined. That's definitely could have been prevented, surely.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going through Connor's mind to do that.
I don't know, maybe he was like fighting with him for already a lap and he was frustrating because he lost a few positions.
Well, that's definitely going to be looked at for Carbine Con. YouTube Nova's not at fault there. And talk about DRS, Joey Marsh is on the back of Jonas, so let's see. He's too far back to make any move into turn 1, but he has got the slipstream to stay with him, at least. Do not do his time to Pitter to end that soft run, so let's see what tyres he goes for. I think his best tyre, go for the mediums at least. Is that the hards?
That's sort of hards. No.
I can't see that from here.
Yeah,
it's
hards,
the hards. Carbine Con's in the pits as well to end his medium stint.
Yeah, it was already used tires, so he's going for mediums again.
So we have to pit again, don't he? Because he started on the mediums.
He started on the mediums, yeah.
He best hope for a safety car there if that's what he's hoping for to make his stint good. Probably go for the softs at the end of the race, is that what you're thinking?
I think for the end of the race, go for soft and the fastest lap.
J Marsh.
I think the fastest lap is not that important as a racing position.
Carbine Con does tend to do that, you know, go for fastest laps. He always brings in a surprise with fastest laps. I stopped him from getting the fastest lap and it was satisfying. And we've got a battle going again with Do Not Do It With Time and Beastie Boy. Beastie Boy, those 4-lap old hards, but we're going to focus on the battle for first place because J Marsh is closing, but not close enough to Jonas. But the main thing is he has got slipstream, so we can stay with him.
Beastie Boy is going to get him on the next straight.
Do Not Do It With Time is probably, he's got 4-lap old younger tyres on a brand new set of hards. So do you think he's had troubles warming up the tyres?
No, yeah, well, I don't know really. The hearts of the Alfa Romeo are cold, and if he warms up his tires enough, I think he will overtake PC Boy again. But that's me.
Wait, he's got slipstream on DRS, and Beastie Boy defends the inside line. He's going around the outside into turn 4. He hasn't got enough road to do so, and he will disappear to a wedge if he tried it. So unfortunately for Do Not Do It With Time, he can't gain a position. But J Marsh, 2 tenths behind Jonas. So I wonder if Jonas is just struggling with the tyres. Any more closer to that curb he would have spun.
They're both struggling with ERS.
Yes, Casper, I am, Nate, I am. I think commentating is the best thing for me than racing, because racing I always choke under racing. J Marsh will probably overtake Jonas on this lap unless he pits. Nobody will stay out. I think it's too early to pit on these medium tyres, but he has got DRS and the slipstream, and he put it down to 0. So I think
J Marsh is not going for the move.
I think he's waiting for the perfect opportunity, saving DRS, trying to get a better exit quick at turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah, he's gonna do it here. Overtake mode.
It's harder around the outside if he's got more speed and more grip. And he outbreaks him into turn 4, but it's going to be close. And Josh has done it.
He made the overtake.
I thought it would have been harder, but Josh has gone wide though. That allows Jonas to come back through. If he decides to make an overtake, which he doesn't, he'll stay behind him. Beastie Boy, Do Not Do With Time, are still fighting for 4th place. His Fearback Game is up into the podium positions. Good job for him, but he might have to pit again if he can take those hards to the end. There's a battle going on further behind Mikazuki and Raj Bellinger. And he's got ahead of him, and he has DRS as well to stay ahead, and he keeps that position. And Jonas and Josh are still fighting. So is Do Not Duke with Time and Beastie Boy. They will not pit on these medium tyres yet, I don't think.
Raj, the Red Bull pitted.
Oh, that's why I got overtaken by.
Hard, so.
Yeah, that's why I got overtaken then. Josh is in the pits.
Jay must pit him. Yep.
So that has released Jonas with clean air and DRS to pull away on the straight, gain more time on him.
So Josh is going for an undercut, and if it's working, he's gonna pull away for maybe a second. That's gonna be good for him, because then he has clear air and no pressure from behind, so
exactly.
He can push more.
Do Not Do It With Time is being patient behind Beastie Boy, trying to find the perfect opportunity to try and overtake him. He's got DRS on this straight. If he can't do it, he's closing, but he's put it down to 0, saving as much ERS as he can, because the slipstream can really help you stay with the car ahead.
George and Corey Connor are fighting as well.
He's got past him. But George got DRS, but I think he's too far back to try and gain on Carbine Con. Beastie Boy still under pressure from Do Not Do With Time behind him, and meanwhile these two are catching Fearback Game, and if he can catch quickly enough, he can save himself from DRS from Do Not Do With Time. Now Jonas will pit this lap for sure. Yes, he will. So his in lap, best hope be good for him. On a brand new set of hards, let's see where he will rejoin. But meanwhile, Do Not Do It With Time, right behind Beastie Boy. If Beastie Boy can catch up to Fearback Game and save his chances of P4 going.
Josh is on the straight. I think he is in front of Jonas.
It can be close. In fact, he's got ahead of him.
He's ahead.
That undercut has worked from Josh. Good news for BC, because he's catching up to the back of Fearback Game. Oh, yellow flag. So that's the hass of Fozzie Wozzie Dog who spun. Mikazuki has over to, well, is side by side with the Ferrari of Genetic, and round the outside into turn 2, the inside line. He's done it. Beautiful move from the Renault driver. Hopefully Fozzie Wozzie Dog is okay, because she's pulling off to let the drivers through. Oh, there's no drivers behind her, but I wonder if she's got full wing damage.
Yes, she has right full wing damage.
Common mistake that happens. It's really frustrating when you do that. Jonas hopes he can stay within a second behind Jay Marsh. Beastie Boy got DRS at the back of Fearback Gaming, so it will save his chances of being overtaken by Do Not Do It With Time, as Genetic is still 7/10 behind Mikazuki, so still in the DRS range. Mikazuki will pit soon because of those soft tyres will start to degrade even more. Back to the battle in front. Fozzie Wozzie again gets nicely out of the way for both drivers. And Jay Marsh got DRS as well, so that will save him from being overtaken by Jonas. Meanwhile, Beastie Boy got DRS in the back of Fearback Gaming. How hard will Fearback Gaming find? But look at the straight line speed that Beastie Boy's got. Easy move.
Ooh, that's a move.
Now there's a car in between Beastie Boy and Do Not Do It With Time, so Beastie Boy can start to pull away, but Genetic has overtaken because he's in the pits, that's why. Fearback Game will fight back around the outside into turn 4. he do a switchback manoeuvre? Has he got a better exit cut out of turn 4? Yes, he has. He's alongside it, but this is where he made a mistake last time. Oh, he's done the same thing again. Oh, he's done the same thing. He should have learned by that mistake by now. And the safety car has been deployed, the virtual one. I dare say that could have saved Josh being overtaken by Jonas. He did that on lap 1.
I think Josh has more trouble with his hard tires than Jonas.
Feedback gaming. He could have collected do not do with time, but that's the second time do not do with time has avoided being, well, crashed into a car making mistakes. And the safety car's gone again. Who's got a better exit? I think Jonas is all over the back of J Moss. So is do not do with time. He's gone wide. He's gone very wide at the exit of turn 13. There's yellow to set to 2, and who's that? Wozzy Dog again. We'll have a much better run on J Marsh. Pulls out, goes alongside him, and he's made the move into turn 1. Now Josh better hope he can get a better exit cut out of turn 1 or 2. He has. Now he's got DRS in the slipstream.
And he's gonna make the move again.
The inside line. Who's confident? Who's more confident on the brakes? Well, Jonas is still on the outside. And Josh can't do it unless... No, he won't fight it through here. Almost hit the back of him, but fortunately he didn't.
Yeah, that was very close.
Meanwhile, Raj is on the back of Brian Con. He's struggling through the exit of turn 2, which has allowed Connor to pull away. But he's still got DRS, but I don't think he can get close enough to overtake. His feedback game is into the pitch, changes full wing. Wozzy Dog missed the first corner. That's an unfair penalty as well for Wozzy Dog. It didn't gain any time, she lost a lot of time. And the main battle is for the front of the field, which is J Marsh in the DRS to Jonas. Let's see if he can try and make a move into the first corner. Both got relative the same ERS as each other, so no problems with that either. So let's see if J Marsh has got the straight line speed to try and fight him.
Well, I can understand he doesn't want to overtake him right here because of the next straight. You don't want to overtake here, or else you're gonna be overtaken again on the next straight.
Exactly, Mikey. But thing is though, do you know the exit of turn 1 and 2? I sometimes, the dirty air catches me out and I get a terrible exit of turn 2 and 3. That's what I found out about myself racing at this track. So maybe making the move into turn 1's good, but you need to make it as, well, you can overtake someone before turn 1 in fact, before turn 1. Try and get a good straight line speed down the street.
Yeah.
Anyways, Carbide Card and Genetic is still going at it. Genetic's got a better exit than Carbide Card. Let's see if he can overtake. I think Carbide Card's actually overtaking Genetic. He just made the move down into turn 1 because he was behind Raj Bellinder. And Fearback Game is overtaking Mikazuki. Both fighting hard for 9th place. Mikazuki's got DRS, but can Fearback Game and stay with him. So now his lesson learned.
Wrong downside.
Loads of banging wheels going on.
Yeah.
Oh, he hits the back of him.
There goes his front wing.
Why did you do that, Fearback Gaming?
Oh no.
My gosh, Feared. Fearback Gaming, I've never seen him that angry before, but I'm just gonna ignore what happened. I don't want to see that ever again. J Marsh is still behind Jonas. That was the Vettel who did that as well. Now, I remember... I'm not going to say it, but I'll say it if I have to. That was the Vettel, wasn't it? He did that too.
Yeah.
I don't want to big up some conspiracy theories about it, but before I left the party, I heard someone say, Theo, take out one of the Renaults if you can. And he's just done that. So I don't know if he did it because of anger or he did it because I don't know. I'll leave that to Fearbag Gaming if he did it on purpose. Well, he did do it on purpose, but was it out of anger or did he do it because of someone told him to do it?
No, I think it was because out of anger, because he got full wing damage because of the Renault.
Either way, he's completed his mission. Whether it was out of anger or not, he did it. But back to the battle for the front, Jonas, J Marsh has got DRS, but he's not close enough to make any sort of manoeuvre into turn 1. And one of the McLaren drivers coming out of the pit, so hopefully it doesn't distract these two. But it will give Jonas DRS, and Josh is just making his braking zone, and Fearbag Gaming gets nicely out of the way for both of them.
Josh has a bad run into the second straight.
Beastie Boys comes to a brand new set of softs. The race is not really panned out for him at all.
Beastie Boy is always pitted for the softs.
Can he get ahead of Carb by Carb? No, he can't. But Carb by Carb just missed his braking zone.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Carb by Carb needs to pit again.
He best hope for. He could have pitted on the virtual safety car, couldn't he? Down the inside goes Beastie. It's into an acute angle, and he's done the move.
Isn't it like the safety car? You cannot pit for new tires.
I was joking. I was joking.
Yeah, but yeah.
You can't pit for new tires, mate. I was joking. I was watching the 2008 season. That's why I said that. You can't. That's why I said you're not allowed to put under the virtual under the safety car because the pit lane is closed. That's because I was watching the 2008 season. You're not allowed to refuel under the safety car, otherwise you'll get a penalty. But you can't do that anyway. I was joking about that, mate. I was joking. You are allowed to pit under the safety car.
No, I mean it's not gonna count as new tire.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Because he pitted for those old tyres, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he should have pitted for a brand new set of softs in that middle stint instead of the old hot medium tyres. J Marsh still can't make a move on Jonas. Carb by Carb's dropped away from Beastie Boy, but he's still got DRS at the back of him. But those freshest tyres won't enable Connor to try and get close to him. So the main battle going on now is just between these two. I doubt Carb by Carb can catch up to Beastie Boy because those brand new set of softs is on. But this is a good battle for first and second, and it's the Ferrari and Mercedes. Hopefully we'll see that this season, but the Ferrari on top, not the Mercedes. Love to see Mercedes and Ferrari scrap.
Yeah.
Let's see the power of that Ferrari. Will try and get past him. The straight line speed of that Ferrari is good in the 2019 game, but 2020 they apparently got more corner speed, haven't they?
Well, I heard from some commentators of the real F1. Ferrari has some problems with the aerodynamic.
Not again.
So, I don't know.
That's what J Marsh has done. He's forced Jonas to go wide into turn 1. He's put him offline into turn 1 and turn 2. Now he's alongside with it. That's a good tactic. Pretending to overtake. And he's ahead. Lovely move from J Marsh. Fantastic technique and driving ability and craft to overtake Jonas like that. He forced him into an error. And Beastie Boy set the fastest lap of the race as well. That's usually Connor's main idea is to set the fastest lap, but the two Red Bulls are close to each other as well.
Those two Red Bulls are close for a long time now, and I think it's gonna be a team order right in a few laps. So
George on the 3 laps older tyres than Raj, his teammate, so you would have thought his teammate would pull away, not him catching him. So expect a Red Bull battle soon between those two. He's actually gaining quite quickly looking on the leaderboard. 1.4 to 1.0, so he'll be in he's in DRS range now.
Yeah, he's now in DRS. So I think it will be a team order, or maybe just a battle.
Hopefully we'll see a battle. They're coming on to turn 9 and 10, both Red Bulls. He's 9 tenths behind, so let's see if he can try and make an overtake of his teammate. And we're about to say overtake on Josh. And he's done it. We're up into first, but no, he's still going to fight back. Now doing a little bit of switchback. The Red Bulls are still close to each other, 6 tenths behind each other. They're coming to turn 12 and to turn 13 as Josh is about to overtake him. So close.
On the curve, he slowed down because otherwise he will have crashed.
Those curves will make your car slide out. That's what Verstappen and Sainz did. The curb caught Verstappen out. And Carbine enters the pits. We'll see if the Red Bull needs to drop out of 1 second range.
As suspected, Caracan is going for a sauce.
These two Red Bulls were close to each other, still close, but George has dropped back just a bit from his teammate. His teammate rapidly caught him, but not close enough now to try and make any move on him.
No.
Anyways, back to the front.
He's also struggling with ERS, so...
I'm so glad that Josh didn't get any full wind damage from that.
Yeah.
It's just that little curb that catches people out.
It's a dangerous curb. maybe for the next season they need to lower it.
Turn 12 is dangerous, but it's only dangerous if you get on it. And J Marsh is not close enough to make any move into turn 1, but the Red Bulls, as I mentioned, are still close with each other. He's 6 tenths behind Raj.
Oh, Raj is going wide.
Raj has gone wide. Not a place to go wide either, because you need momentum through these corners. So these two, they're very close now, the two Red Bulls. Let's hope it's a clean and overtake move. And J Marsh is 1 tenth behind Raj, not Raj, Jonas.
Raj is on 6th place.
Two battles going on at once. I want to focus on both if I can. Now his straight line speed doesn't look particularly good, does George, compared to his teammate Raj. It's okay mate, calm down, it's okay. Hopefully things will pan out better next week. We've got rid of the dirty drivers, just it'll be okay. No, that was a frustrating race. It was frustrating me to watch and commentate, but we got rid of those drivers and hopefully they won't appear in the next race. George still can't get past his teammate Raj. Maybe he's got better cornering speed than his teammate. And J Marsh still got DRS. Do you know what? They've been battling for the whole race, and I don't know who's going to win it now. 2 laps to go with this race.
You're gonna take an overtake here.
He can't, too far back, mate. He's too far back.
I was watching with a wrong angle.
Can he make a move down to... Nah. I don't think it's worth it going down here, because surprising a driver like that into turn 5. Turn 4, sorry. We'll go back to the Red Bull battle then if they are still fighting. George is still behind Raj. I'm surprised YouTube Nova's not actually getting angry like I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gone back to Fortnite to keep him calm. And Carbine Carnes just had a fast lap as you would expect from him. He's in 8th place, so he'll gain 5 points if he stays in 8th. Is the fastest lap still a thing for next season, do you know?
Yeah it is. It's gonna be like that till 2022, I think. Then they will negotiate again with the rules about the fastest lap, and after that they will say yes, it will happen again, or no, it won't happen.
It's caused a lot of drivers to go to the pits at the end of the race though to try and get a fast lap.
Yeah, George is making a move.
He's finally done it.
It was team orders, I think.
So George is ahead of Raj now. So we'll still ball with the battle between these two. J Marsh has got 2 laps to do something, and whether he's got to save as much ERS as he can through the first sector. So he's got 2 laps to do something about it. Jonas is going to be... Oh, Fear by Game is gone. That's... Well, he's got someone. He's collected someone. Beastie Boy. He has collected Beastie Boy with him. I don't know how he did that.
Oh, yes, his car is destroyed.
Did he? Fear by Game needs to calm down a bit. The yellow flags are set to 2. That's an Alpha. No. It's a Red Bull. Raj has spun. Raj has spun. Not going well for the Red Bull driver so far. He's drove a decent race, but he's lost the position to Carl Brian Con and his teammate as well. Carl Brian Con will probably catch up to the back of George as quick as possible with those brand new set of softs.
Yeah, Carl Brian Con is gonna probably overtake George.
It's the last lap, boys, and we need to see more action at the front because this is Josh's last attempt to do something about it. Well, it's his first chance gone. He's got 2 more chances to try and do something. There's Carl by Con and George with each other, but Josh... It's been a close race. This is what this track is all about, staying in the slipstream, but I don't know if he can do it or not.
Carl Brian Con's really close.
I dare say he might try and make a move on the last corner, but that'll give George DRS.
You should have waited longer.
Josh's last attempt to try and make a move on Jonas. Jonas looks like he's got into the bag, but Josh trying to go for that second win in a row, but he can't do it. And Carl Brian Con's ahead of George. So he's done with him for the moment, and Jonas now needs not to make a mistake, and this frustrates me seeing the Mercedes win a race.
Carl Brian Con is safe.
I think Jonas might be safe as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Well,
Jonas has came across the line to win the Bahrain GP ahead of J Marsh. His yellow flag's down there. Sophie has spun again. Do not do it with time.
Congrats to Jonas, by the way.
Congrats to Jonas. Do not do it with time. Has finished in 3rd place. What an amazing race this driver has put on. His debut for this league in 3rd place. Beastie Boy could arguably say he could have been up there if it wasn't those stupid mistakes he did early on in the race, but the contact with Fear by Game just legit drive straight back into the back of him.
Yeah, that was not what you expected from him.
Fear by Gameman is usually a calm, nice driver, but for some reason being a bit idiot today. Beastie Boy has finished in 4th place. Genetic will finish in 5th. Card by Card will finish in 6th.
And George on 7th.
George will finish in 7th place. Raj will finish in 8th despite making a little mistake into turn 1, but fortunately it not cost him too much, and he finished behind his teammate in 7th. Mikazuki, we've not seen much of him in this race, but he's been quietly making his way through the field, and he's up into 9th place. Mikazuki will come across the line to finish in 9th place. Vossi Dog's already done that because she was a lap down. There's your results there. Jonas has won this race ahead of J Marsh. We could see a Mercedes versus Ferrari fight for this league. There's your Mercedes driver on top of the podium. Congratulations to the top 3. What an amazing race from the top 2 as well. Absolutely fantastic battles.
It was a great race today. So
I'm happy to see this race after what happened 2 hours ago.
oh, that race was a disaster.
So the Spanish driver has won against J. Moss. The Canadian driver, do not do with time, has got on the podium ahead of Beastie Boy, who had a 3-second penalty to add to his name. Genetic finished in 5th in the Ferrari, ahead of Carl Bryan Connor in McLaren. George finished in 7th ahead of Raj in the Red Bulls. Mikazuki finished in 9th. Fozzie Wozzie Dog got a points position. Well done to Fozzie Wozzie Dog. Kept out of all the trouble.
But how much seconds of penalties do you get before disqualification?
Probably about 25, 26, depending what penalties they were for.
Fozzie Wozzie had 35 seconds.
Jesus. How did she not get disqualified? That's usually a disqualification, isn't it?
Yeah.
Half a minute penalty. Over half a minute penalty. Thank you so much for tuning in this race. This was a fantastic race. This is round 2. As round 1, Josh won the race, and round 2 goes to Jonas. So let's see if the Mercedes and Ferrari fight will continue for the next races coming on. Let's hope their teammates can help them as well. So thank you so much for watching the race. It's been a fantastic one again. Australia, Bahrain. I think the next one's China because we're following the calendar. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope to see you all next week. Goodbye for now. Thank you so much, Mikey, for helping me commentate as well. Been a pleasure to do with you.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Thank you, Val.
Graag gedaan.